This is in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I cringe a little bit whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, I had the breast cancer gene." They make it sound like there's an atomic bomb aimed right at them, flying in the air, and there's not a thing they can do about it. But they don't realize that any gene, including the breast cancer gene, can either be turned on or turned off. So if there is a bomb in the silo and no one pushes a button, there's never a problem. If you have a gene for breast cancer and you don't do anything in your lifestyle to turn on that gene, it would never need to become a problem. Now, I am telling you this as my opinion because I don't want to get thrown in a hoosgow, but I believe that we are not being told the whole truth or the best information about breast cancer. One of it is how to assess your breast health. Doctors will really push mammogram, and it's my personal opinion that this is the least effective way of examining the breast. I have no idea how many people have come to me that say, "I had a mammogram done and the doctor sees something and they're all scared." Later on, they will do an ultrasound because the ultrasound is more efficient. The ultrasound is more accurate. And they find out that it wasn't what they thought it was. Or I have had many, hundreds of women over the years come to me and say, "I have breast cancer." And I always ask them, "How did you find out you have breast cancer?" They usually tell me from their own breast exam or their husband or boyfriend would find it. Even though they would be taking regular mammograms, many times the mammograms did not pick it up. So I'm not impressed with mammograms at all. And then you don't have to worry about your breast being squished and then shooting radiation through your breast tissue, which just can't be healthy. So if I had really good insurance, I would say, no, I do not want a mammogram. I want an ultrasound, which is what they do whenever the mammogram is inconclusive anyway. Why do the test that has a problem, that they know they have a problem, when they have a better test out there? I don't believe in ultrasound in a fetus, but it's not going to do any problems that I know of to your breast. Even better than an ultrasound is a self-exam. I highly suggest that a woman knows the breast tissue. Most women that come to me that they have found breast cancer very early have found it because of self-exam. Because you feel things on the outside and you feel it on the inside, you're more likely to find a problem. Other than doing self-breast exams, thermograms, I believe, is the best way, the most efficient way to determine your breast health. My understanding is that there is no danger to thermograms, although I don't really understand the technology, and there is no damage done to the breast. But I do know that the potential damage done by a thermogram is such that I would never in good conscience suggest it to any of my clients, and I myself do not do mammograms. There was a study, and this is from New York Times, and here is, I get this off of Dr. McCullough's website, and it showed that mammograms, some of them could be zero effective in helping the death rate of breast cancer. And also in his article said that radiation is 1,000 times greater than a typical X-ray, and we know that X-rays can cause problems. Also that there's a lot of false positive, and then they do biopsies, and it also compresses the breast tissue. Let's say you have a cyst in the breast, and there is some cancer in that fluid. Smashing the breast the way that they do has a potential of allowing some of that fluid to escape the cyst. Ultrasounds are often used whenever they do find something that's not accurate, and it does not use x-rays. And this is something that's really important. If a woman's breasts are very dense with fibroids or they're very young, the ultrasound is a much better way of seeing whether or not you have a problem with the breast. To do your self-breast exam, which I really think you should do, even if you get a thermogram, even if you do get an ultrasound, I would do a breast exam. You lay on your back, or I kind of do mine in the shower, but I put my hand over my head and I rock my fingers back and forth, walk them back and forth around the nipple out, and then I go this way, and then I go in a circle. It's also good to look yourself in the mirror. Put your arms over your head and then down by your side and look at your breasts in the mirror. If you see any dimpling or if one looks larger than the other, I mean, your right breast is usually a little bit larger anyhow, but if you see that that has changed or if it's misshapen, then I would be concerned. This is what a thermogram looks like, and I believe it is the best thing that we have out there. This is a woman that came to me. She had mammograms many times, a couple times an ultrasound. She went to a thermogram and they found that there was the beginning of a problem in her breast tissue. She did the sprays, did the things that she needed, and later on that problem was gone. So this was something that no other test picked up. She did feel a little difference in there, and that's why she okayed to do the thermogram. But it was reversed before it was ever truly diagnosed. But you can see by the thermogram, there's definitely something going on here. And later on, it was gone. I think you have to pay for a thermogram out of pocket. That's my understanding. I think it's worth it. If not, my second choice would be an ultrasound. The doctor's going to give you a hard time, but you know, they work for us. I would stand up to them and tell them, this is what I want. And then, of course, check your breasts on a regular basis, preferably the same time of the month because our breasts tend to change with our hormones. Preventing breast cancer. Finding really early detection so you can do things to reverse breast cancer is huge. And I think mammograms is absolutely the worst way of protecting you.